Chief Mock stormed back toward the GICC, fuming at the failure of her officers to contain the scene. One of her men had just found a fake goatee in an alcove near the east entrance.
The goddamn guy walked right out.
Mock had already assigned teams to start scanning exterior video, but by the time they found anything, the man was long gone. Now, as Mock entered the GICC to survey the damage, she saw that the situation had been stabilized as well as could be expected. All 4 entrances to the GICC were closed as inconspicuously as possible. An officer was posted next to a sign that read, "This room temporarily closed for cleaning." The dozen or so witnesses were all being herded into a group on the eastern perimeter of the room, where the officers were collecting cell phones and cameras. The last thing Mock needed was for one of these people to send a cell phone snapshot to social media. One of the detained witnesses, a small, brown-haired woman, was trying to break away from the group to speak to the chief. The woman was currently in a heated discussion with an officer.
I'll speak to her when I speak to her.
Mock called over to the officers.
Hold everyone on the far side of the room.
Mock had turned her eyes to the hand, which stood at attention in the middle of the room.
For the love of God,
she surmised to herself. In 15 years of running security detail for the GICC, she had seen some strange things, but nothing like this. Mock moved closer, seeing that the bloody wrist had been skewered to make the hand stand up. Wood and flesh, she thought. Invisible to metal detectors. The only metal was a large gold ring, which Mock assumed had either been waved over by a security guard's wand or casually pulled off the dead finger by the suspect as if it were their own. Mock crouched down to examine the hand. If she had to guess, it looked as if it had belonged to a man of about 60 years of age. The ring bore a single letter, M, across its metallic exterior. What really caught her eye was the hint of a paper that was in the palm of the hand. She muttered.
A goddamn freak show.
Chief. One of the officers hurried over, holding out a phone. Personal call for you. Agency switchboard just patched it through. Mock looked at him like he was insane.
I'm in the middle of something.
She growled. The officer's face was pale. He covered the mouthpiece and whispered. It's Mayor Ferguson. Mock did a double take. How the hell did he hear about this already? Mock stiffened.
Holy shit.
She spit out between clenched teeth as she glanced uneasily at the phone in the officer's hand. Chief. The officer was holding the phone out to her like a hot potato. You need to take this call right now. It's. Mock squinted hard at the man, then took the phone and brought it to her ear.
Chief Mock here. What? Oh, I see. Yes, there is someone here who looks. Yes, I understand. What was her name? Okay, I'll take care of it.
As she hung up, a young detective confidently strode up. He was tall and slender, with an impeccable military haircut and perfectly ironed clothes. Detective Davidson was new to the department, but he was already making a splash with his apprehension and conviction rates. Mock shouted out.
Is there a Teague here?
Brenda hurried over to the chief.
I'm Brenda Teague. I need to.
I'm Police Chief Mock.
She interrupted.
I am handling a police matter, and I've been told you have information that can help me.
Brenda looked hopeful.
Is this about Glen Moody? Do you know where he is?
Glen Moody?
Mock repeated. Detective Davison was standing nearby and felt entirely out of the loop.
Ms. Teague.
Mock replied.
I am the one asking questions right now.
Glen Moody is in very serious trouble.
Brenda continued.
Some madman just.
Excuse me.
Mock said, cutting her off again. Detective Davison cringed. Bad move. Interrupting the chief's questioning was a mistake only a civilian could make.
Listen carefully, I have been advised that you have information that can help me do my job. Now, I am going to ask you one more time, what information do you have for me?
Brenda looked lost.
Mock, sir, I have no idea what you're talking about. All I'm concerned with is finding Glen and.
No idea?
Mock challenged. Davison saw Brenda quill. Brenda now took a more aggressive tone.
No, sir. No freaking idea at all.
Davison cringed. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Brenda Teague had just made a very costly mistake in dealing with the chief.
I'm sorry, sir.
Brenda said tersely.
But I can't read your mind. What do you want from me?
What do I want from you?
The chief's grating voice crackled.
For starters, you can stop calling me sir.
Brenda stared, mortified.
Ma'am, I apologize.
Mock once again interrupted her.
So, first thing, I am a woman. Second thing, I have an extremely low tolerance for bullshit.